Hey there and welcome. Listen, if you struggle with doing your makeup like a pro, then you want to stay tuned because today I'm going to give you three training secrets for everyday makeup champions. Plus, we are going to do a deep dive into makeup lighting so that you won't look foolish when you go outside. If you're new here, my name is Z and I am super excited because I know that Black women struggle with doing their makeup like a pro. You find yourself lost in YouTube land and you may be mimicking what's going on in that video, but you're still not getting it right. And I am here to help you. My name is Z. I'm your melanin makeup coach, and I teach you how to buy and apply brown girl friendly products so that you can feel confident in how you look. I do that through Beauty for Us University, which is the number one, the only one, the makeup membership for thriving Black women to learn how to do their makeup in 15 minutes. And again, today I'm here to help you. And it is homecoming month. Listen, homecoming is when we celebrate serving makeup classes to Black women. And I'm so excited because it is year 3 that we are celebrating, and we are doing it boxing style. And guess who's in the ring? It's you versus you. So I want you to come in so that you can get fine as wine, honey, and learn some tips. Yes, thank you, sis. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Hello, hello. Come on in, join me. Super excited. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bria. Thank y'all so much. Listen, I'm all about feeling that confidence cup. Okay. If you find yourself a little low, go on schedule to get your hair done, schedule to get your wig made, spend some time doing your makeup, pump yourself up, do what you gotta do. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm about to get ready to go out of town, and I have to serve it when I get there, okay? So this is my prep. I'm not gonna comb my curls out until probably tomorrow, but we here. Okay. All right, listen, I'm here for a good time, but I ain't here for a long time. So you're gonna have to catch what you can. If you are on YouTube, I need you to subscribe. If you are not already subscribed, your girl is on a mission. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you clicking the button. And I know you probably ain't logged in. Go on, log in real quick. Click the button and hit that subscribe. If you're already watching on YouTube and you're already subscribed, thank you. Hit the like button to push me to the top of the timeline. If you're watching me on Facebook, do me a quick favor and share this out. That is your tithe, that is your offering to the service, okay? Just hit share. It does phenomenal things for our community, and we want more thriving Black women to learn and feel confident too. So please, please, please hit the share button, and we about to get it popping, okay? Now, today I want to let you know that there is a makeup champion inside of you, and I feel the Holy Ghost when I say that, okay? There is a champion on the inside of you. There is a winning being that is brewing and needs to be unlocked, that needs to be unveiled, that needs to be revealed, that needs to have permission to come on out. There's a champion inside of you. In this case tonight, we're going to talk about makeup. Before I even get to makeup, I just want you to know that there is a champion that is living inside of you. There's an area of your life where you need to win, and you need to win big. There's an area where you have been surrendering in this fight, and it's not for you to surrender. I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm going to tell you what the Lord is telling me. There is an area of your life where you have been just laying down and taking it. You have not prayed about it. And if you do, it's a lackluster prayer. You ain't got no energy behind it. You ain't got no faith behind it. There's a champion in you. We are more than conquerors. We have the power. We have the authority to change our situations. So I just want to encourage you before we even jump into this whole makeup champion stuff, because that was just part of the theme. But I just want to encourage you that there is a champion that is waiting for you inside of you. So it's so important. Now I feel the Holy Ghost on this whole theme of you versus you. It's you versus you. Nobody is stopping you from getting to where you're trying to go except you. It's your thoughts, your beliefs, it's your situation, it's your mindset, it's where you are, what you're doing, how you're exercising, not just exercising the physical body, but how you're exercising what you know to be true, which is the word, scripture, doing right from wrong, integrity. It is you versus you in this season. What we gonna do? Because I ain't gonna lay down. I'm not waving my white flag. I just want to be doing it. Only person I'm gonna wave my white flag to is the Lord God himself. Praise him. So there's a champion on the inside of you, but the champion I'm talking about right now is definitely going to be a makeup champion. Listen, you can win this thing. You can win this thing called makeup if you train right. All right. If you train right, and we're going to jump into 3 areas where you can, 3 steps for you to train right. And these are some training secrets that sometimes I think we skip over because we look at makeup as this haphazard thing. It's just a fun thing. We don't pinpoint the importance of it. We don't pinpoint how powerful it is when we build up our confidence. We don't pinpoint those little areas. What we do is we sweep it under the rug and be like, oh, I'll be all right. And then we turn around and we decline the invitation to places. We don't want to get on Zoom. We don't want to go to the interview. We don't want to go on date night because we can't get our makeup done. Our plans are messed up because our makeup artist is unavailable. All the things. And I just saw that happen to one of my friends today. But we shift things around because we treat certain things haphazardly, right? We can't do that. We can win in makeup. And what I want to do is go over 3 training secrets that we really don't give credit to. But the first thing I want you to know is that your appearance is powerful. Your appearance is powerful. And it's not just powerful to other people, it is powerful to you. It raises your own inner standard. People can't talk to you no any kind of way when you took your time on your hair, when you took your time on your makeup, when you took your time putting your outfit together, when you took your time getting your nails done, getting your toes done. People can't talk to you any kind of way when your house is clean. People can't talk to you any kind of way when your car is detailed. There are just certain things. There are just certain things where appearance is powerful before it even hits the person that's looking at you, before you even walk out the door. There's something about a clean environment where you can think, where you can feel free, where you can breathe, right? There's something about being able to walk with your head held high. There's something that happens, something that shifts when you dress up the appearance, not to cover anything up, but really get down to the root of it and make that thing great, powerful. So there's power in your appearance. So let me just hit the training secret 1. I know I'm going off. I'm going off today. What is going on? If you haven't shared, go ahead and hit share. If you if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey Natalie. Hello. 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 What's up, you guys? I miss y'all. I'm so excited. I am so excited. This is good, Bria. This is good. Bria says, honestly, I think we do know how powerful it is. It's scary. It's easier to just say next time instead of trying and not being where we want to be. Woo! That's good, Bria. That's some good honesty. Thank you so much for that honesty, Bria. And I find that is just, that's true. That's true. It's much easier to delay our next level because it's uncomfortable. It's much easier to go with what we know instead of opening the door to see what's behind it. And if my God is my God, I know that what's next is better than what's been. And I don't care what it is. My next is always better than what's been. He ain't gonna give me nothing raggedy. He just not gonna do it. What's next is always better than what's been, because all things work together for my good. So it is easier to say next time, but a champion is always going to challenge themselves to be uncomfortable. A champion is always going to challenge themselves to be uncomfortable. A champion is always, you think about the greats of the greats. I was watching whatever that Netflix documentary is. I think it's called The Redeem Team. And they were talking about how they gathered all, some of the all-star NBA players together, and they wanted them to win in the Olympics. They had already lost, embarrassed. They felt like they embarrassed the USA. And while the team one night when they were out, one night the team went and they went out. They wanted to have a good time. They're in this new country. And guess who was in the gym when they came back from being out at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning? Guess who they walked past in the lobby, headed to the gym? Kobe Bryant. They walked right past him. This is their teammate. They walked past him. And what happened was they was like, oh, this man different. He on some more stuff. What am I doing? And it's funny because his champion mentality, which they call it Mamba mentality, his Mamba mentality was so electric, which he wasn't studying nobody. He was zoned in. It was him versus him. It was him versus him, right? His mentality was so electric that it got contagious. And them Negroes didn't even go in there and go to sleep. They went and put their clothes on and went and practiced too. Imagine how powerful it is for you to care for you when it's you versus you and you're taking care of you, how that jumps off onto your children, your nieces, your nephews, your coworkers. Imagine what kind of change that you can inspire like fire. It's going to jump off of you onto somebody else. But it got to start with you. You waiting on somebody else to inspire you. You inspire you. You do something. But yes, it is easy to be comfortable. It's easy. It was easy for them to choose, hey, we're going out tonight, instead of being focused on the game, being focused on what was important at the time. All right. So all champions are birthed from discomfort. Okay. All champions are both birthed from discomfort. All right. So let's talk about those 3 training secrets. I want you to put the number 1 in the comments if you're ready for number 1. And if you don't want to type 1, then hit the share button. Like I said, that is your tithe and your offering to the service tonight. Okay, hit the share it with somebody. If you're on YouTube, you can share it in a text message to somebody, because it's somebody who needs to hear what's going on. Okay, number 1. Hey y'all. Number 1, a training secret is going to be conditioning, right? And we've already kind of just started talking about that. Conditioning. So when you are getting ready to, I remember being a cheerleader, and we had conditioning camps, right? If I am going to be cheering for the game, and this was elementary school, child, because I was like, after elementary, I said, baby, this is too much. I'm not doing this in middle school, high school, college, or nowhere else. But I'm talking elementary, so just to give you perspective. But we still had conditioning camps. The conditioning camps were for us to build our stamina. It was so that when we got on the floor, we didn't get winded after doing a cheer. It was so that when we got to the jamboree, we didn't get tired and fall out. It was conditioning us to endure a little bit more. Conditioning us to endure a little bit more. That's so good. I am talking to me. Okay? Anyway, it was conditioning us to endure a little bit more. So when it comes to your makeup, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your marriage, when it comes to your relationships, your friendships, when it comes to your business, entrepreneurship, your career, it is always going to be a matter of how much are you conditioning and increasing your mental and your physical stamina, right? Your mental and your physical stamina, starting with your mental. I cannot tell you how many times I have taught someone, and the thing that comes out of their mouth the loudest is, oh, I just can't do this, or oh, this looks a mess. And even though it's okay to honor how you feel, there's a different perspective. There's a healthier way to say you feel defeated. There's a different perspective where you can say, man, I ain't gonna lie, this is a little bit more challenging than I thought, but I'm gonna give myself grace because this is my first time. Or I'm gonna give myself grace because I ain't been practicing how I'm supposed to practice. There's a level of expectation that we have to adjust. And when we can adjust our level of expectation, we learn how to give ourselves grace. And what we think doesn't always have to come out of our mouth. Because what comes out of our mouths goes to our ears, which goes to our brain, and it registers through our bodies. So even if you're having a hard time doing something, or you find something very challenging, you want to speak to that situation where it is going in a positive direction and not a negative direction. For you to say, oh, I just can't do something, you are devaluing yourself, because now you don't feel good enough. You don't feel like it's ever going to happen. There's no hope in that. There's no hope in your language. And it's not to trick you or lie to yourself. It's to support you. We all good at something, but everything we ain't good at, we got to learn. So why not give yourself grace? So what do? What's the first thing that comes out of your mouth when you hit a challenge? What's the first thing that comes out of your mouth when something is tough? Are you already defeating yourself with the words that you're saying? Oh, this is never going to happen. Oh, it's going to take forever for me to get this. Your body is receiving it. Your spirit is receiving it. And you can't face it with excitement. You're not able to face it with a positive outcome, because you've helped your brain to block the progress with your words. They always pick somebody else for the job, and they gonna keep picking somebody else for the job if you keep saying it. I don't never do this right, and you won't ever do it right if you keep saying it. My marriage is a mess. That might be true, but it won't get right if you keep focusing on it being a mess. We have to shift our language and our mindset to one of hope, where we can move forward. We can honor how we feel, but what comes out of our mouths has to change. What we speak has so much power. Life and death lies in the power of your tongue. When are you going to speak life? We can choose what we say. What we say, others also hear. How we handle our difficulties, others also hear. When I'm talking about others, I'm talking about children, nieces, nephews, partners, co-workers. If you're a team leader, your team. And they're going to take on the spirit of who's right there with them, either above them or right there with them. Who you're doing life with. Thank you, Melissa. Come on, fruit. Right? So we have to shift our perspective on, man, this thing is a little bit challenging, but this thing ain't gonna get me down. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. That's one thing I can honor about one of my students, Sydney. Sydney came into Beautiful University probably about almost a year ago. If not almost a year ago, it's probably been a year. I think she joined right around this time during homecoming. When Sydney first got in, and I'm going to have them to put their pictures together, like how it started versus how it's going. But when Sydney first got in, there's a champion inside of Sydney. Sydney posts consistently at least 5 times a month. And because she does that, she receives the support and the help that she has. But the only reason she is able to post 5 times a month is because her language is different. Her determination is different. She doesn't approach something and say, wow, this is impossible. She doesn't approach it like this. She says, man, I can work on this and I can work on that, but I feel good that I practiced today. I know my lashes may be a little off, but I'm just going to practice so I can get better. Her response is never, I just can't do this. Me and these lashes going to fight. And that. Her response is always with a response of hope, with a response of determination, with the response of a champion. And because of that, I wish I had prepared, this whole presentation or whatnot, because I will put Sydney's picture on this screen. But if you're inside of the our Facebook group, you can go in. All you have to do is type Sydney's name and you will see just how beautiful her makeup progress is and how beautiful she applies her makeup now versus when she first started. It is absolutely incredible. Incredible transformation. But that is because there's a champion inside of her that she chooses every day. She chooses her words carefully. She chooses to practice. She chooses to take a look, evaluate, honor how she feels, but she's going to speak with life and not death. There is a difference. A part of conditioning is not just mental, but it's also physical. When you are conditioning physically, yes, you're going to have to do push-ups when you're trying to build your body. Yes, you're going to have to run. I used to hate running when I was doing cheer. That was like the last sport I did. I wasn't running no more after that. I go walk around the neighborhood now, but you won't catch me running unless you just won't catch me running. You just won't. But there's a physical part of conditioning that builds your stamina. And with that physical part of conditioning when it comes to makeup is practice. You got to flex your practice muscles. And the reason you have to flex your practice muscles is because you need the repetition. You need the conditioning. And when you practice, there's something that's going to click different. I've been doing makeup for a long time. Makeup is not something that I was gifted to do. It wasn't something I came out of the womb knowing how to do. I started, and the more I practiced, the better I got. The better my wrist got. The flick of the wrist got a little bit better. The more I start teaching, the more my language to teach shifted, and it shifted for the better so that people can understand what I'm trying to tell them to do. The more I picked up my brow pencil, the more I practiced, cleaning up the front of my brows. There's a physical component that comes with conditioning. And when you don't make time to practice, you're always going to be stuck in the same place. So you have to practice. You have to make a commitment to practice. There is no way you can come to my free class once a month and then hope for the best when it's time for you to go out. And that was the only time you practice. Now, there's practicing, then there's doing. We're going to practice while nobody's watching. We're going to do when it's game time. Kobe went in practice before the Olympics. And when the Olympics came, he showed out. I want to practice my makeup when nobody's watching. I want to practice my smoky eye. I want to practice my this green eyeshadow. I want to practice what yellow looks like. I want to practice using this primer. Then when it's date night tonight, I'm ready. It don't take me as long as it did when I practice. It's game time. I know when he say be ready at 6:30, I could be ready at 6:30 because I practiced. Not taking an hour and a half doing my makeup. And I'm prepared. So there's a conditioning that has to happen both mentally and physically. Is this good to y'all? I'm sorry I'm going off. I was not trying, but we're here now. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Yeah, I put 2 in the comments. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me. Number 2. So the next training secret of everyday makeup champions is going to be equipment. Equipment is just having the right products, okay? There's no way if I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna box that, you know, I don't have the right gloves, I don't have the right shoes. You gotta have the right products. A lot of times, a big mistake that I see makeup beginners make is buying pretty products versus necessary products. You buy what looks popular, you buy what looks shiny, baby, they be getting y'all and all your money. Okay. Don't be duped. Okay. Don't be duped. But equipment. But the first thing I want to tell you and share with you, the first thing I think that you should purchase, and that is going to be a makeup light, the proper makeup light. So there are several different makeup situations that you can run into. That is, if you do your makeup in the bathroom. If you do your makeup in the bathroom, then let me know in the comments. Say bathroom in the comments. If you're doing your makeup in a bathroom, a lot of times the bathroom light bulbs, they're more warm, which means that it looks more orange. And that's why sometimes when you put your foundation or your powder on, it looks good in that lighting. But when you go outside, you like, now sis, wait a minute. What's going on? What's happening here? And that's because the lighting is different. So what you really want to do is try to mimic outside lighting on the inside, which means that you have to have a good balance of cool lighting versus warm lighting. Warm lighting is the lighting that looks more orange. Cool lighting is more like the LED lighting that looks a little bit more blue. So I would highly suggest get you some warm bulbs, and then get you some cool kind of LED bulbs and mix the two inside of your bathroom so that you can have a more natural looking light. Another situation is you may have an area like a vanity or a desk. Okay. You may have purchased maybe a nice vanity or something like that. If that is your situation where you're not in the bathroom, but you have a little corner or something in your room where you do your makeup, then I want you to put vanity. The vanity is where you can either do a ring light or you can set up your own light or get those little, the ones that already come there and they have bulbs. The same rule will apply with the bulbs that's on the side if you're using that. But also your ring light needs to be able to have or mimic daylight. So right now, because I am filming, I use my large ring light and then I have a desktop ring light that I absolutely love. In addition, I'm going to talk about this in just a second. But this light right here, I know y'all can't see. Let me see if I can turn this real quick. This right here is a desktop ring light that I get from Stellar Ring Lights. Okay. But what I like about it is that it has two settings. It has a warm setting and it has a cool setting. And I can turn both of them on at the same time if I need to. I can turn them both on at the same time if I need to, okay? So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to show you, this is more so cool lighting. I want you to pay attention to this side. Cool lighting. This is cool and warm lighting. And then this is just the orange warm lighting. You can see how orange that is, okay? And what I want is I want a good mix, not too bright, a good mix of both so that I can have balanced lighting. And that's going to be really, really important, especially as you are matching your complexion. A lot of the trouble that comes with matching your complexion is that, baby, you can't see. It's dark, all right? And you really need lighting. One other thing to consider when it comes to your lighting is too much lighting. All right, you can have too much lighting. So right now, inside of my office here, my light up here is off. The actual light in the room is turned off. My blinds are closed because I only want these two lights to be my source. And when I have too much lighting, it dulls the power of these lights. And I want to be able to look in my mirror to see what I'm going to see when I walk outside. Okay. Thank you, Janice. All right. Does that make sense? It's so important that you have the right equipment, not only just the right products, but before you even get started, having the right lighting is going to change the game. It is one of the first things I teach my students. I train them on 3 different lighting situations as soon as they walk into Beauty First University. As soon as they walk in, we have to get your lighting correct. Otherwise, it's going to be a long road. Okay, so that is one of the secrets to really mastering your makeup, making sure that you are adjusting your lighting. We got it? Okay, let's go to number 3. This is the last and final one. And before I jump into number 3, I do want to take a pause for the cause and let you know that while we're talking about equipment, I'm going to show you some makeup brushes that are going to help you tremendously. If you're watching this and you have no idea what brushes to use, you only have 2 or 3, but you're really, really ready to commit to do your makeup the right way and you need a little help, I'm going to introduce to you my product, which is Matter Makeup Brushes. You guys, it is a complete set that can help you get a basic beat or even a full glam. This is the last makeup brush set you'll ever need. And what makes them different is that they are numbered in the order in which you should use them. They work as a system. So you don't have to guess, well, what come next in my makeup routine? Well, what's after that? Well, I can't remember what she said after that. It's numbered in order, okay? If you can look on there, it says F2. F is for face, 2 is the step, and it goes all the way down. Same with your eyeshadow brushes. It teaches you and walks you through your eyeshadow as well. And you can visit matterbrushes.com to get yours right now. It's going to be fantastic for you to have the results that you want and to help you learn a lot faster and get the results that you want, because the brushes are made for beginners. And even if you're not a beginner, maybe you're intermediate and you got 1,012 things, you only need these. This is going to simplify everything for you. So visit matterbrushes.com so you can get yours now. All right. Number 3. We're at number 3, which is the last training secret. We talked about conditioning, both mental and physical conditioning to build up your stamina. Mental, just speaking positively, right? Physical, making sure that you practice. Then we talked about number 2, which was equipment, making sure you have the right products. But the first one that you should really have is the correct lighting so that you can see. That way your foundation is going to be easier to match, your concealer, all of your shades are going to be a lot easier. And then the final thing, which is number 3, is going to be a coach. All right. Champions have a mentor, they have a coach. And in our careers, in our businesses, in school, we have somebody who's done what we're trying to do. And the reason why we're sitting under their tutelage, come on, old school word. The reason why we're sitting under them is so that we can get there faster. There has to be some component of a teacher. In this specific situation, there's so many resources out here to show you what to do with your makeup. There are plenty of YouTube tutorials and videos. So sometimes it's a hard concept to have a makeup coach. But here's the thing, and I say this in the words of 2 of my students, Chantel and Miss Christina. This is what you pay for. When you have a makeup coach, right? You have someone, and I'm talking about me. You have someone who has the knowledge to get you there faster. You have someone who has 10 years of experience as a makeup artist to Black women, which means that I've run into whatever your situation is, whether it's oily skin, whether it's textured skin, whether it's blemishes, whether it's one brow higher than the other one, thicker than the other one, leaning, all the things. And when you have a makeup coach, they can better guide you and support you. When you're watching YouTube, there's no guarantee or promise of support. There's just them showing you what to do. There's no guarantee of guidance and a promise of support to guide you step by step. When you watch that YouTube video, you're watching this part of the process. They're not taking you back to the beginning. They didn't tell you what lighting to get. They didn't tell you why they chose, hey, I like this contour stick, or I use this color because for your skin tone, you should do this. Hold your brush like this. This is how much product to do. When you feel right here, you should be feeling like the round of your eyeball. Don't place it here, put it here. They're just showing you what they're doing. Everybody's face is created differently, okay? And because everybody's face is created differently, there's a certain language that has to be spoken so that everybody can get on one accord. But that is exactly why I started coaching in the area of makeup, because there's no other platform that's doing it to help thriving Black women really walk through the steps. Okay? That's really good too. That's really good too. A lot of times that's true. YouTube products are being sponsored. So there's a different response that you need to give because it is being sponsored. You're getting paid to, you know, talk well about the product, which is understandable. But when it comes to teaching and coaching on a more supported level, that's not fair, if that makes sense. Sydney says, Z has your back through the process of your makeup journey. I really do. I really do. I really do. Miss Doreen, she actually just joined Beautifulish University, and she said, yes, she is working with me in these brows step by step. Yes, absolutely. I learned through YouTube to do the glam face and not really understanding the why. That's why I keep starting and stopping. If only I could actually afford a makeup coach. I don't know what people can afford. I can only let you know the value that I can add. If I try to make Beautiful-Us University as accessible as possible, but it is a great investment into yourself. It really is. Ms. Doreen says it's great to have someone to look at you and help you along the way. She holds your hand. I really do be holding y'all hand. And I ain't never even hugged y'all before. I be holding y'all hand through the process because I love it. So it's to me, in my opinion, that's just me. It's worth every dime and more just because there is no one walking you through. There are people who can teach you one-on-one in a 2-hour session. But as far as the consistent support, I have not seen it. Okay. I have not seen it. I have seen one and dones. And I'm saying that because I used to do it. I used to do a one and done situation. I'm going to teach you. Good luck. And it was just a part of my business model. But now my business model looks different because I want to make a different impact. And that's so important. Let me just talk to the entrepreneurs for a second. It's so important to think about the impact that you want to make. You know, there's a back end piece where you can do it to make money, but then at some point, the money doesn't mean as much as the impact does. I want women to be able to walk away feeling totally different. I want them to have a different experience. I want to be the chain breaker when it comes to, I ain't know how to do this, but now I do because I had some support. That's what I want. So you have to, just on the business side, it has to be more than money. It has to be. It has to be about your impact and what you really want to do. Come on, Miss Tiffany. I've been here since day one and I ain't going nowhere. You are the best. Thank you so much, Miss Tiffany. That's facts. Miss Tiffany been here since the first home, before the first homecoming. I'm talking like it was rough. It was rough. We came out with excellence, but it could have been better. It was great. But Miss Tiffany been rocking. Thank you so much, Sherry Ann. She says Z provides a real-time feedback. Where else can you get that one-on-one? Hashtag BU Nation. Period. Hello, hello. Melissa says enrollment is worth it. If how I look affects how I feel and how others see me, the return on investment is priceless. Period. Period. So you guys stay tuned because I'm telling you, investing in Beautiful Us University is not an investment into me. It is an investment into you. It's a you versus you and what you gonna do. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Investing in yourself is the best investment that you can do. It's the best thing that you can spend. I'm looking how I'm looking because I'm getting ready to go to a conference. It's not no cheap conference. Okay. The price ticket got a comma in it. Okay. But that's because I can bet on me. It's me versus me in this season. And because I want to elevate, I'm committed to me. I'm committed to me. When I commit to me, I show up better for who I serve, which is you. I show up better for who I live with, which is my man. I show up better for my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my cousins. I show up better when I'm investing into me. I'm pouring into me. So therefore, I have enough to pour out. You have to build up yourself. And confidence has a ripple effect. There's a ripple effect that happens when you feel good, look good. Yeah, the atmosphere of your house shifts when you know you look good. The atmosphere of the room shifts because your energy is good. You're putting out good vibes. People want to be around you. People might not know you, but they're like, whoa, who is that? And you might not want the attention. If you're anything like me, you don't want the attention, but when it comes, you can handle it. You can step up to the plate and you feel confident enough to step up to the plate because you've invested into you. I can walk into the room with my head held high because I'm not worried about what my brows look like. I ain't do them brows today. Don't. And then you be having a conversation with people pointing out your insecurities and they're not even thinking about that. I have so many conversations with people and they be like, girl, I know you looking at my brows right now. I really wasn't. I'm off. I'm off work. I'm trying to see if you like this flavor cookie or this flavor cookie. I'm not even looking at your brows. But because it's your insecurity, you keep pointing it out, which should tell you, hey, it's time to invest so I can make this better. Okay? Because you show up differently. When I go out, whether I got makeup on or I don't, I'm not thinking about if somebody is looking at my makeup because I'm good. I'm good in that area. I'm not doubting myself. When I'm sitting across the table from him and we're eating our dinner, I look good. I'm not thinking about if he paying attention to if my contour right or if he think it's too harsh or I'm not thinking about that. I'm focused on him. And he's focused on me. There's a ripple effect. Okay? There's a ripple effect. Okay? All right. This was good, you guys. This was good. This was good. I'm going to go through the three things. One, conditioning. Condition your mental to think with hope. Condition your physical to get in the mode of practicing. Okay? It builds your stamina. Number two, equipment. Have the right tools. Inside Beautiful Us University, I'm walking you through every single tool that you need, how to purchase it, and of course, I'm here for the support holding your hand as well. Lighting is one of the first products that you need to purchase. That's your first piece of equipment that you need to get when you commit to learning. And then thirdly, the top training secret for makeup champions is having a coach, not just a makeup enthusiast, but somebody who has experience. Even if it's not me, I don't know anybody else that's doing it how I'm doing it. And if you know somebody else, don't tell me about it, because I like to just stay focused. I don't even want to compare myself to somebody else, so don't even tell me. But in my mind, all I see is me. And I just know that right now, to my knowledge, that I'm the only one who's teaching in this capacity and offering support in this capacity. So you need somebody who has the knowledge to get you there faster. So those are your 3 makeup training secrets, you guys. Next up, we're going to have a class called the Knockout Beat, baby. And I'm going to teach you the 3 steps that my most successful students have followed to get a long-lasting, polished look. It is going to be phenomenal. You don't want to miss this class. I'm really excited that you guys have joined. I appreciate you guys so much. I am going to get ready. I need to figure out where my man is, because we're supposed to be leaving shortly, and I ain't heard him pull up. So I'm going to get ready. Let me read this comment real quick. Okay, so let's talk about, let me just address this comment real quick. I don't want to sweep it. Here's what's expected. Beauty for Us University is a learning portal. It happens in a learning portal. There's 3 things that you need to do. You just need to log in. 1, you log into your learning portal and you learn with the makeup training videos that are inside, and you do that step by step. 2, log into Facebook. If you have any questions about something that you didn't understand, then you ask me questions, you post pictures. If you're looking for a foundation, you post that. If you're working on your brows, you post that. And then 3rd, you log into our office hours that you have on a monthly basis. During that office hour, it's just like my live class where you're learning, but instead of learning a specific thing, if you have a question based on where you are inside of the school, then you are going to ask, and we're going to work through that together. I will bring you on screen, make sure that we're working together. You have everything that you need, walking you through whatever it is that you may feel that there's a challenge. So you can go at your own pace. I'm not rushing you. I understand that life happens. Even for me, life be life. And so you can go at your own pace. How you learn is how you learn. The only thing that you don't have is me physically touching you. That's it. We're going to be in the same virtual room, but not in the same physical room. But you will have all the support you need. Otherwise, if there's any, but that's a great thing to point out. Nothing to it but to do it. Like I said, I offer 2 ways for you to experience Beauty for Us University in an attempt to make it as accessible as possible, and you can cancel at any time. So it's on you. It's you versus you. All right. Ms. Doreen said, yes, I had a lot of challenges, and Z and the group helped me through it. Yes, absolutely. It's clarity, it's community, and it's confidence. And Ms. Doreen, you actually did not have a lot of challenges. Maybe you're just talking about your brows, because you ain't even been in long enough to have challenges yet. Your foundation match, and the only thing you've been talking about is your brows. You are doing great, Miss Doreen. Don't put all them challenges on yourself. You're doing great. Miss Doreen had her first office hour with me on Sunday, and there's a certain part of the school where you do your full basic beat. She hasn't even gotten there, but she challenged herself to keep up during office hour and to do something she had never done before, and she did fantastic. She did fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, she's referring to her brows. That's not a lot of challenges. Brows is just one challenge, and we are fixing those, actively fixing those in a great way. They're progressing very well. Your posted pictures look amazing. All right, y'all, let me hop out of here. I've been on here long enough. I love you guys. Homecoming 3, I'm super excited about. I cannot wait to share more with you, teach more to you, and to have you come inside Beautiful Us University so that you can learn to how to do your makeup with confidence in just 15 minutes. This is, let me also put on the screen real quick. This is the number that you should text so that you can keep up with everything that's going on. 901-459-2866. If you text homecoming, then I am going to text you when I'm live. I'm going to text you the link for class. I will keep you updated on what's going on. It's going to be a fantastic month. So go ahead and screenshot that, and I am about to hop out. I love you guys, and I pray that you have a fantastic evening and a fantastic week. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.